Today we're trying to catch a beaver that are underneath this dock. A trap right there, a trap right there. My buddy shot a deer up here. I've shot a buck down there where the truck's parked. I'm gonna go around the corner here, but we might have to set a trap right in there somewhere.
Dock! Oh, I don't know if we're gonna make it, boss.
There's my dinner right there. Look at that. Doesn't that look good?
Here we go.
Well, welcome to the Beaver Retriever channel, where I bring you along showing you my lifestyle. And today we're trying to catch a beaver that are underneath this dock. So I've set traps here. And last week I caught a dog over in a foothold right next to here, so I can't run them footholds anymore here. But I got a conibear bear underneath here, and I'm trying to get it on the entrance here. And I did this yesterday, and they freaking stole my sticks off the freaking trap for their house or something. So I got a longer stick here today with a screw and my screw gun. We're gonna screw the trees right to the freaking dock and block this off, and hopefully catch them leaving this entrance right there. Yeah, they'll have to chew it off now. I got it stuck down on the ground and screwed in at the top. And we're gonna add some more sticks, try and stabilize that trap a little better and block this off a little better so they can't go over the top of the trap. Hopefully that works. Yeah, this is the first time I ever happened to do this. Water's freaking cold today. Gosh. Yeah, so I think I found another entrance underneath this dock. I think they might be using this corner right here. So we got a 280 here. I'm gonna try to put in there and screw the freaking sticks to the dock. One set up too. I don't really like it, but it might work if they come scurrying out of there quickly. Yeah, this is the hardest job I've ever done. Usually I have some good channels around the area to set up, or I'm able to run my drowning sets with footholds, but here I can't with freaking dogs. And I do have one more set over on the man-made dam over there that we're gonna go check real quick, but I don't know, maybe I'll have it there. I doubt it. But the drowning set over here, and that's still set. I don't think the beavers are traveling over here. I think they're just hanging out by their house by the dock there. It's a smart beaver here. There's probably a few beaver left there. Yeah, so now we're going to check a couple of coyote traps. I only got 4 traps here on the property where I live. Nothing in them today. So I got a bait pile underneath all that stuff there. And a trap right there, and a trap right there. Normally I run a pretty decent coyote line, but price of fares this year, it's not worth it. And I'm going to Alaska at the end of this month, so I'd rather save my time and money for getting ready for that. So that's going to be a good adventure. Trap beaver and marten and a little bit of everything up in Alaska for the winter. So got 2 more sets over here. Got a blind set right here. Yeah, so I usually blend them in. Last night it was late. I just want to try something different. I don't care if I catch anything or not. You can definitely see the freaking outline of the trap. Kind of swish some dirt around here. Yeah, so the most coyotes I've ever caught in a season was 17. So that was a pretty good year. I was running about a 100-mile line doing that though. Had about 40 traps out. I was actually working for the state, trapping in the deer yards. So they sent me to a few different deer yards. Joke boss. Alright, we're out checking them traps this morning at that dock. So let's see if we got them. Trap 1. I see the wire, but I don't see the trap anywhere. Oh, I think I see it now. Tipped right over. What in the hell? Beavers freaking chewed my sticks right off. What the fuck? I still can't believe that. This freaking beaver is playing hard to catch. We're gonna try a baited set. Usually baited sets do not work this time of year. You got plenty of fresh food, but we're going out to find a nice little fresh young popple tree. And we're gonna set up a few baited sets in that area. Yeah, baited sets usually don't work in the fall. They have plenty of food and stuff, but in this job I gotta try everything and anything. So we got a piece of popple right on the trigger. Hopefully they don't chop the pole off, but we're gonna stick the pole right out into the food bed and maybe screw the other end to the dock here and see if that works. This is getting to be frustrating now. Alright, this is what I come up with. I don't think it's gonna work. Like I say, I gotta try everything here. So I'm gonna put a piece of poplar over here in front of my foothold trap too. I put castor scent up here, but they have not investigated it. So maybe if I put up these poplar trees, maybe they'll see them and want to come eat them. Yeah, since it's raining and crappy out, we're actually gonna go do a little heater hunting. Just drive down an old railroad bed in my truck, actually going in the back way to my house. Yeah, I decided to go walking where I shot 2 deer last year. I got 2 deer on the very last day of gun season last year for deer. So my buddy shot a deer up here. I've shot a buck down there when the truck's parked. So it's been a pretty good spot over the years. So I'm gonna take a quick walk up and around through here. It's nice and quiet walking, but I can't hear them walking themselves, so I'll just have to keep my eyes out wicked. They've been up here pawing around for acorns, what they're doing. Yeah, that was a piece of chaga. I collect and sell that stuff. So that big knot alone is enough to pay for my gas for today. So that's pretty cool. I ain't leaving the woods without that. So we put it in the pouch, grab my gun, and away we go. Yeah, nothing on that walk. It was at one point I thought I heard something, but definitely I walked up through there and there was nothing, so I don't know what the hell I was hearing. But I just did see a guy driving down the railroad bed here. It said he jumped a big buck up the way, so I don't believe him, but we're headed that way anyway, so never know, maybe we'll see a deer today. Yeah, we're down checking them nuisance beaver traps, and I forgot my freaking hip waders today. My foot got wet yesterday, so I brought them in last night. Oh, we got the beaver. Nice, finally. Big beaver too. Which wire is it gonna be? Yeah, that's a big beaver. That's a good sized beaver. Still can't believe I forgot my hip waders, but I brought them in to dry out last night. So we're just gonna drop it down there just like this. Yeah, now we're installing some airbags in on the truck. I'm gonna put my dog box on the truck. So bring the dogs to the vet tomorrow and have this stuff ready for my Alaska trip. So I got the airbags for the extra weight. I'm gonna have a dog box with 7 dogs back there. And also towing a trailer to Alaska, so we needed to beef this up a little bit. So we bought some new airbags. Just about got one side installed. So tighten everything down. And we'll do the other side. And one step closer to being ready for my Alaska trip. Yes, we're headed down, check a couple more traps. And had a big vet appointment with all the dogs here in a little bit. So, and then this afternoon, me and my father are going to do some heater hunting. And tomorrow we'll try to check the rest of my traps. I think I got 3 or 4 different flowages set up. So water level super high here. Oh, I see a beaver. Nice. Still don't have my freaking hip waders. Should have grabbed them when I was just at home. This makes the 3rd small beaver I've caught out of this place. So let's go check the other trap real quick. And we'll pull that one out. Might be able to move my trap from there up to here. Let's do that real quick. One beaver's better than no beaver. So get that out of the trap. Yeah, now me and Boss are headed out to try to set some more beaver traps. We're actually going to check a couple of traps first. And then we'll, I think I found the flowage yesterday out on a pond. Actually, the day before yesterday, I think. So we're going to take the canoe and go out there and see if we can't find a couple to set up. Yeah, hopefully we'll catch a couple beaver today. Yep, that one's still set. I think I've only caught one here. Water level's way up too. There's their house right there. Big old food bed out there. Yeah, so we're gonna recaster both of these and move the traps up a little bit if we can. And then we're gonna go set some traps on the pond. Yeah, so here's the pond we're gonna set up. There's a beaver flowage around the corner I see with binoculars a couple of days ago. And I think there's some beaver around the corner here at an island. I think I couldn't tell. So we're gonna hop in the canoe and go around the corner here and set some traps. And then we'll go over and investigate that and see if we can't find any more around here. Not off to a good start. Just went to pull the canoe. Freaking tripod fell over and broke the freaking stand that the GoPro goes to. That's not a good start. I think we're just gonna run the headband and the GoPro today. Go pee and then get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get up there. Get up there. Did you really have to get my seat all wet? Up front. I think somebody else is already trapping here. So I don't see no trap, but that's definitely a trapper spot right there. With the stick stuck in the ground. Would have been a drowning set, and I don't see no drowning weight. So they might have trapped these beaver out already. Yeah, so we're down into another beaver house, which I think goes with that beaver house that we were just at. Whoa, Jesus Christ. You stay, boss. That was a big old house. They worked on it some. Now I think they changed their mind and moved over there. There's a lot more hardwood over there for them to eat. Here, there's no hardwood here. We're actually going to set a trap out there by the end of the canoe. We're just going to be 5 feet away from this house. Yeah. Oh, sorry, boss. Sorry again. I think we're going to put a little bit of caster right here and set a trap out there. See what happens. Yeah, I think I'm just going to set that one trap there. We're already on to the other side of the freaking pond here, just scouting stuff out. So I think that'll do, especially seeing that other trapper's sticks there. I'm pretty sure somebody might already trap them beaver out. So I'm gonna go up here, see if we can't scout out another. Well, I see a tree it looks like the beavers were chewing on, maybe. Right up there. So maybe we're gonna find something over in here. I'm gonna go around the corner here, but we might have to set a trap right in there somewhere. Definitely looks like some whiter wood. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing down through here. It's just that one tree and them sticks there. So, I don't know. We're just gonna journey up through here and maybe set something there on the way back. A little bit of ice here. There's gotta be some beaver around here somewhere. So I guess I'm gonna try setting the trap here somewhere. That's old, but this stuff here looks pretty fresh. And put a trap right here. A little bit of caster. Looks like an old caster mound I've used for years and years. So we're gonna set that up. Alright, we got one set in here. We're gonna go to the other side of that causeway where we parked and see if we can't find some beaver on that side, or if we're gonna fit, boss. Boss, duck, 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 duck. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna make it, boss. I don't think we're gonna make it. Ow. I think we will make it, just we gotta give a good push off here, boss. Are we gonna make it, boss? I think we're making it, boss. We're making it. You're good. You're good. Look at that. See? Told ya, we're good. That was freaking close quarters. Alright, we dropped the dog off in the truck. He's getting cold. Didn't bring his jacket with him. So we're gonna go out to this other side and see if we can't find an active flowage or two. Well, there's a beaver house right there, but not active. Kind of looked active from the road and binoculars the other day, but definitely isn't. We're gonna go up into this cove here, come across and down that shore back to the truck. See if we can't find any good activity. Yeah, I thought for sure I was gonna find some beaver out through here, but I ain't seeing nothing. Yeah, I can tell why there's no beaver here. There's no freaking hardwood. They usually don't move into places if they don't have any wood to eat. That's all softwood. So they've already eaten themselves out of house and home in these areas and moved on. That's what happens with beaver flowages. They eat a lot of freaking hardwood over the span of 5-10 years. And that'll deplete their food and they move on. Yeah, no beaver out and through here. So we're gonna cut back over to the other big shore there and work our way back to the truck. No beaver on that side. That sucks. I only got 2 traps out so far. Been at this freaking quite a while. Oh, I'm trying to come up this bank here. Oh. Just found an active flowage right on the side of the road here. And, that property's posted down there, so probably gonna set a trap up here and set a trap on the other side right there. Yeah, there's an active flowage right there. Food bed right there. I'm gonna try to set a trap right here. Alright, there's that set. Caster's right here. So hopefully that works. Yeah, so I'm back to the pond there. We're at the other end of that pond we were just in the canoe. And I think the beaver have been here. Look at that. They've been chewing away on this popple tree. We got the binoculars here. We're gonna take a look-see. Yep, beaver right across the way. Right out behind me right about there. And I think I'm just going to set traps on this side instead of unloading the canoe and everything. Since we see that popple up here by the truck. I'm going to go walk that shore right there and we'll throw in a trap or 2 in right here. Nice. I think I found my channel already. It's only right there. It's the one they used to cut down that popple. So, nice. No, hopefully we'll get another beaver right here. That's it. I think will work pretty good. Traps right underneath them sticks there. Yeah, there's no more good spots right there, and it's a pretty public spot, so I think we're just gonna go with that one trap. I don't know, we might go scout out another area with the canoe. Yeah, now we're going down the river. We trapped up above here. Actually, we got trapped up above here, and I never ended up going from here down into town, which is wicked dead water. Usually there's a couple flowages down through here, so we'll see if there is this year. We'll go right down into town. No beaver. Not yet, at least. We're almost into town. Not even a single white stick. They're all up above where I trapped them already. Yeah, no beaver down in the town here, so. Alright, we headed out hunting this morning. And this is where I shot 2 deer on the last day of hunting season last year. So, let's see if I can at least get a deer this year here. Doing a little heater hunting now. Yeah, so we'll try to get back out hunting this afternoon. We're out checking them traps we set yesterday, at least the ones by foot. And hopefully I'll get some fresh beaver for dinner. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I see fur. We got a beaver. Looks like a big beaver too. That was a good set yesterday. Oh, that's the trap tipped over way out there. Freaking beavers. Yeah, this is the spot they live across the way. Then I'm gonna have to bring the canoe out here and go on to the other side and set some traps. There was nothing else good here. Yeah, my last set was still set, so at least we got the 1 beaver for dinner. Yeah, we're gonna skin that beaver. Try to get the rear quarters into the smoker for dinner. A couple weeks ago we smoked a small beaver, the entire beaver. That was so freaking good. So we're gonna try it again. It'll be close to 50 pounds. And that's a pretty big beaver. Biggest one I've ever caught, 63 pounds. That was a huge beaver. Yeah, these gut hooks freaking make life a lot easier. Just a hook blade, razor blade, hook blade. Yeah, this is gonna be a good dinner. Yeah, we're gonna cut this leg off right now. Alright, there's my dinner right there. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I'm gonna cut off the foot. I'm taking out the back straps. There, there's one. There, there's 2 back straps. Yeah, so we got that beaver done. Now we're gonna gut it. And tonight, right about dark, we'll chop it up for the dogs. Well, nothing hunting tonight, so we're gonna spend some time tomorrow. Hopefully, tomorrow's the day we get my deer. Yeah, I think my beaver is pretty well done. It's a little overdone. Yeah, don't that look freaking good? Smoked beaver. Yeah, we're headed out hunting. Just gonna walk around for a little bit this morning, and I'm gonna try to process some beaver today. We got 3 beaver to skin, and that 1 beaver we already skinned yesterday to finish that one. Yeah, no deer this morning, so chilly out and windy, so we'll try again later. We're gonna work on processing some furs today. Well, we got all the beaver skinned. Now we're gonna work on flushing them. We gotta take all this meat off of the hide, and then I put it on a board and let it dry out, and then it's ready to sell. Yeah, this is the part of trapping that most people don't like. Some people just don't want to do the hard work. You just want the thrill of the kill. And this is part of the thrill of the kill. You gotta process it. Big old hole in this pelt. This thing got damaged. Yeah, it's definitely a damaged hole. I just scraped that meat off, and that's what came about. Definitely got bit by another beaver or something. Well, we got a couple beavers on the boards. That's a nice beaver. That's a blanket-sized beaver. Got 2 more to go, and we'll be all caught up. So this was a beat-up beaver. Look at this beaver. Them are all bite marks from other beaver. So that's the problem when so many beaver in an area. They're very territorial. They might even bit at this one that was in the trap. Yeah, so there's a hole here, hole there, hole there, hole there, hole there. Almost holes through there. Definitely beaver bite marks. So this one will be a damaged pelt, but it'll still be good for felt. Yeah, so they'll make felt out of this. That's what this beaver will be used for. And they'll make a cowboy hat. Last beaver. Alright, so we're redoing some traps. I'm actually trying something completely different than my playbook. I'm not using gloves today. I just reset. Yeah, so I just set this trap here and set a trap right up there with no gloves. And I've already had such a fail this year that if I don't catch nothing, I really don't care. But it'd be funny as hell if I catch something here and I didn't even use gloves. Been using gloves for nothing. It's supposed to snow tonight, is why I'm trying to do these up real quick, as we get some snow over these. And that'll be a good working set. I see a license and registration, please. You driving today, boss? Old boss dog, he's got the life. Other than when we're setting foothold traps, you don't get to come out when we're setting foothold traps. Got some beaver sack oil here. We're just gonna use one of these sticks here. And go just like this, put a bunch right on this stick right here. I'll draw their attention to right in here on both sides of it. Yeah, so that's it for this week. So thanks for watching. Make sure to stay tuned in next week for more adventures with the Beaver Retriever.